So about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I did a video about why I have one hand.
I was born with what you call a foreshortened right arm. Basically, it ends just below the elbow.
And lots of you guys commented some really funny questions. So then a year ago, I decided to do a video about how I live with one hand, answering your questions. How do I paint my nails? And you guys seem to enjoy it. So a year later, and I've decided that I'm going to do a part 2. I mean, it's simple. I'm going to answer your questions of how I live with one hand, and hopefully you'll learn something new, or maybe I just do things like you do, which is probably the case. I have a strong sense of sarcasm, and some of you guys didn't like it last time, so I'm just going to warn you now. Let's get on with the video. Hit the one-handed questions. Question number 1. How do you button your shirt? You know what? I'm not sure how I button my shirt. Possibly I use my left hand and just, push the buttons through the hole. Or maybe I just use a few fingers on my hand and do it like this. Possibly like that. Maybe I use my left hand, yeah. Next question. How do you do your shoelaces? Now, obviously you haven't been watching our videos because we actually did a sketch where I ended it with doing tying my shoelaces. But to be fair, that's a valid question. What you need is you need one thing and another thing, and then use it to lean on the lace while you do it up. I'll just show you. So that's how I tie my shoelaces. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. I actually quite like to sit on the tube and do it sometimes because then people look at me and they're like, whoa, how does she do that? And I'm there like, yeah, I can do the invincible, but actually it's so simple. You just thought I couldn't do it because I have one hand. Stop looking down on me. Ha ha ha. Please show me how you dab. Now, you know what? When I was younger and I realised I had one hand as a little child, it kept me up at night thinking about how I'd do the most important thing in the whole entire world. How I'd do a dab. And now while trying to think how I'll show you it, I can't actually remember how you dab, something like that. Yeah, like that. I don't know, it's probably the worst dab in the world, but you get the point that I can do it. You don't need to do it with this one, with this little elbow here, even though I could have wanted because I still have an elbow. You can do it with this one here, look, like that. Yes, I'm aware I don't do it with elegance and grace. Pun intended, because my name's Grace. But I still do it. I mean, I don't do it because most people don't dab in public, but I'm glad you asked that important question. How do you type on a computer? So basically I type on a keyboard like you do, except I have this little elbow that I can do with that too. How do you crack an egg? So I crack an egg like most people do. Do people actually need 2 hands to crack an egg? Is that a thing? Why are you using 2 hands to crack an egg? You don't need to. Look, I'll show you. How do you blow your nose? Okay. I know most of the time here I'm taking the mick and being sarcastic, but seriously, if you use 2 hands to blow your nose, why are you doing that when you can literally just use one hand and be typing and doing other stuff with the other? I don't understand. Do people actually use 2 hands to blow their nose? I have never looked, so I don't know, but I'll show you how I blow a nose. I'm like this, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to sneeze, or actually no, because I'm not sneezing, I'm blowing my nose, and I go like that, and then it's quite simple, actually. If you're someone with 2 hands using 2 hands to blow your nose, you might want to reevaluate your technique. Just use the hand like this, like that. It's very simple. How do you fold your clothes? Now, I knew you were going to ask this one, and I thought I'd tell you the truth. I actually have a personal clothes folder because I have one hand, and Yes, it kind of comes with the disability actually. As soon as the hospital find out that you've got one hand, they provide you with a clothes folder, a personal human being who stands by your side every day to do the important things like fold your clothes. I just fold them like you do. Can you lick your elbow? I think it's like a common thing where people can't lick their elbows, no? Is it? I don't know. I swear people say that it's like impossible to lick your elbow, and if you can, it's like a rare thing. So I don't really know why this would be important to my life, because it's probably not important to yours. But I mean, that's about it. I probably could have stretched my tongue out a little bit more, but don't really need that on the internet. How do you make your bed? I mean, I make it like anyone makes it. I don't have like a special gadget or device. I just, like, you get your hand and you pull the sheet up. Like you pull the sheet up and then you like tuck it in like that. And then you like plump up the pillows. You plump up the pillows and then the bed's made. It's I know I've changed your life with that information. How do you wear your clothes? As opposed to people with two hands, or like everybody else, I wear them on my body. Like, as in I wear them on my body. If you wear them differently, there's something wrong. How do you text? Okay, here's my phone. Let's get up a little WhatsApp thing. Okay, let's talk to Amelia. So here's my phone, and I'm talking to her, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how you can see this. Okay, hello. How do you cut food with a knife and fork? Most of the time I don't need to use a knife. You can just use the side of the fork. In fact, that's what my boyfriend does anyway. He doesn't really use a knife. But if I want to use a knife and fork, I use a knife and fork. Like this. Yeah, that took me 22 years to master that technique, and what a technique it is. It didn't really. I've just always used a knife and fork, or a fork. It's quite simple, really. Yeah. And that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and hopefully you weren't scared off by my sarcastic tone. I can't help it. I just find it really funny that you guys think I can't do these things. I get that you're interested. I just can't hold back my inner sarcasm, so I just let it out. For this one video, I just go crazy and let it out. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, or an arm up, an arm up, or a thumbs up. And click the link, the first link in the description to subscribe. And if you've got any more questions, pop them down below, and we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. I can clap as well, in case you wondered. Look. Someone actually once asked me that. Yeah. Walked up to them, they were like, oh my god, how'd you clap? And I was like this. And they didn't look impressed at all. Cool story, guys. Please tell it again. Okay. One day